Animation Toolbox is a growing collection of small and handy scripts for animation. In this video we will overview what comes with the first release version of this toolset. It can be found under BroTools, Animation Tools, Animation Toolbox. Some of the bigger tools can also be found under BroTools, Animation Tools, and they include things like Ikfk Switcher, Squash Stretch, and others. Every menu can be detached and rearranged. I usually detach menus with tools that I need to use for my current task and keep them to the side. Ikfk Switcher is a universal Ikfk switching tool. It supports automatic switching on selection and can be set up to work with any rig. It is covered in a separate video. Squash Stretch is a simple tool that allows to apply squash and stretch transformation to any selected object. Can be handy when a rig has scale controls but no built-in squashing and stretching. Now let's take a look at the Animation Toolbox menu. The first section is called Alignment. It has tools that help align objects in world space. Simple Snap will match world space transform of two objects. Point Snap will only match positions, while Rotate Snap will only match rotation. Selection Vector Snap will calculate a vector between two objects, extend it past the second object, and place an object at the tip of that vector. Sounds confusing, but it's easier to show it. Here's an example on a few locators. And this is an example where it may be useful. Now that I think of it, this is more about rigging than animation. Let's move on. Quick Aim, rotate an object to look at its target. It works with three objects in selection: child, target, and up vector. Snap Pivot will snap pivot of the child object to pivot of the parent object, both position and rotation. Next we have the Tracking section. This section allows you to transfer motion from one object to another. Track Transform will track every frame of the animation, ensuring perfect matching. Track Transform with Offset will also keep initial offset between objects. Transfer Motion will not track every frame, but only frames that have keyframes on them. Transfer Motion with Offset will, you guessed it, preserve initial offset. Change Rotation Order allows you to change rotation order on any object while preserving its existing animation. Micro rigs allow you to basically create small temporary rigs over existing ones, and keep your animation by tracking it on this new micro rig. All without breaking or interfering with existing rigs. Reparent allows you to change the parent of the selected control. For example, here we can move part of the chain out into world space, and detach it from the rest of the chain. Or we can parent it to another part of the chain. parent adjustable pivot creates a control with adjustable pivot point. Aim rig is useful for adding overlap motion. Select your control and click Aim rig for the first time. It will create 3 locators aligned to your selected control. Adjust their positions. Leave root in place, move target towards where you imagine the tip of the object to be. This will be our aim target. And the up object is used for the up vector. Now select 3 locators and your control and click Aim rig again, and it will bake animation on locators and generate the rig. Now you can quickly add overlap motion by simply offsetting keys on the target control. Once you're happy with the animation, you can select your control and click Bake to bake animation back onto control and remove temporary rig. Aim rig can be used in combination with Bro Dynamics point mode for best effect. Add locator at selected objects will create and match a locator to every object in selection. Euler Filter will apply Euler Filter to selected objects. Set all infinity to cycle and to constant will change infinity type of animation curves on selected objects. Controls section has tools for storing and restoring transforms of objects. Ones that have CP prefix will keep the data in your clipboard, so you can copy and paste transforms between Maya sessions. Store WS transforms creates a temporary hidden locator aligned to your currently selected object. Restore WS transforms will align currently selected object to this locator. I find it useful while working with changing parent spaces of objects for rigs that don't perform automatic matching on Switch. GIF Playblast will render a 300 by 300 pixels playblast from multiple cameras and then stitch them together into a single horizontal or vertical video. It will also convert it to GIF. Note that it looks for cameras which names start with cam followed by an underscore. When done, it will open the folder where they are rendered to. Note that it requires FFmpeg to be installed on your system. So, for example, we've made this animation and want to show it to our supervisor from multiple angles. Simply add cameras to the scene and click a button, and you will have AVI and GIF files ready in no time. Quick Playblast will leave only polygonal and NURBS objects visible, enable anti-aliasing and ambient occlusion, and render a playblast in full resolution. Quick Playblast and Save will also save a copy of your current scene in the same folder where it saves you playblasts, to the Movies folder in the current project. That's it for the basics of Animation Toolbox.